There is incredible interest in these classes. We've talked about here recently native language classes throughout the Dakotas, and we featured one earlier this morning, a Dakota language program out of Flandreau. Another class has just started up here in Sioux Falls teaching Lakota. There's incredible interest in these classes among natives and non-natives alike, and that is encouraging for those hoping to save the languages that remain. With us this morning is Tim Easter. He teaches Lakota language and culture here in the Sioux Falls School District and now for the community as well. Tim, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it this morning. We've talked a little bit earlier today and last night here on KDLT about native languages and how so many of them truly are on the verge of disappearing unless they are brought back. Can you talk about what you have seen with that so far?
With the resurgence of the language, and so yes, there's quite an effort, I think, at all of the reservations and in some of the metro areas. So Rapid City, hopefully here in Sioux Falls, Minneapolis, there's definitely places where we see this interest and this passion to revitalize and start to speak the language. So not just to talk about the language, but to actually speak the language. So yeah, it's a great thing, and just to try to connect, to culture and even to Native American culture and just the way to live, and we find that embedded in the language.
How important is that you see coming back or being more accepted right now?
I do think that it is important. We see, with a lot of the problems that we see among Native American people, I think one of the things that can help is that connecting to culture. And so we see that historically with the language being prohibited and a lot of ceremonies and other things that were banned until pretty much 1978. That this connection back to culture, I think, helps people in so many ways, and it might not even be anything that we see in the short term. And I know that sometimes we want to see results now, but I do think that generations going forward, I think we're going to see that it does help.
I want to ask you very briefly about your class because we're running out of time quick.
Sure.
You had a cap on your class. You were expecting maybe 10.
I was expecting 10. I thought it would be something small. So I've been really surprised and pleasantly surprised at the turnout. You had over 40
show up.
Yes,
around there.
Yes, we had around there signed up. We have one coming up on Sunday, and so we'll see how that goes. So I'm hoping, the numbers will still be up there.
All right. We're going to make sure that there is a link. I know it's to Siouxland Library System that they can look at your class and register. Are you going to continue to do it?
I plan on it. We have 4 set up once a month. And so, yes, and we'll hopefully, after that, we'll book another 4 and even more if needed. And so if the demand is there, which it looks like it is, we'll definitely try to look and see if we can get more classes going.
Right. Tim, thank you so much for coming in this morning. We really appreciate it. We'll post this online. You can link to it there or share it on social media. We'll be right back.